Go through 5 of these 6 area meetings, heading to New Orleans right after this. What's your takeaway so far through most of them?
For the most part, great people. The hospitality was incredible in every city we stopped in, starting in Shreveport and here today in Baton Rouge and on to New Orleans. The hosts have been incredible. The people have been very cordial. There's been some good dialogue. I've had individuals send me emails as I requested, as I did here today. I've had people come up, shake my hand, and talk to me about trying to get their opinion in, which is fine. That's the information, but I want to get all that in writing so I have it. And some good dialogues come out of it. It's been very positive. I'm very familiar with the honeymoon period, if you will. I understand that completely. But right now, they have the opportunity for me to listen twice as much as I talk. And I think they're taking advantage of that. They, meaning the member schools, the ADs, and the principals. But I understand. I'm getting an understanding for it now. And I'm looking forward to the weekend to compile some information so I can come back next week to the annual meeting and others and speak more educatedly to what's going on right now with the non-select and select split.
A lot's been talked about and you had mentioned it even before you came out here and were introduced, of not pushing something through so much as moving forward, and that's something that Mr. Bonifay and Mr. Anderson have both talked about. Let's not rush on this thing. Let's maybe give you a chance to get your bearings about you a little bit more out here. How do you feel about that process, and what's your hope there? What are you telling folks?
That's my hope as Mr. Bonifay and Mr. Anderson. I'm asking that we kind of freeze frame things. Give me the opportunity. I'm gathering some good information to be able to get some stuff together and compile that to disseminate what I've gathered. So it's not stuff that someone's just told me in the back room. It's all been public, and we're really working on the transparency. And I want to stress also not only the transparency, but I'm trying to get that trust. You heard me just say that there's no more I now. It's Eddie, it's we, it's the LHSAA, and that's the member association schools. All those athletic directors and principals are out there enforcing our Constitution and bylaws, and that's what we need to do. Continue the institutional integrity side of this in education-based athletic and activities, and that's going to be my pledge. So I feel good about it, and yes, would I like everything just to kind of freeze? And freeze to me meaning exactly like it sits right now. We still may have that private and public or select, non-select championships for another year. Thank you, if that's what it is. But I'm also been told that there's some tweaking that needs to be done on the present process we have. What does that mean? I don't know what that means at this point, but I'll find out. So that's not a perfect system either. Whiteboard, right? We can work on it. But let me find out and see if we can get some stuff stopped and give us some time. But I understand the concern of the membership, where there, in the past, maybe there's been some issues that have been brought forward. Give us some time, and we just keep kicking the can down the road, okay? That's not going to happen under my leadership. We're going to make sure we find out what it is. We'll take care of the problem, and at that point, let the chips where they fall.